They're live from Southern California, and we are cooking up a storm. Well, actually, it's been storming here in Southern California for the last couple of days. People up in Northern California, we really hope everything goes well for you because it's been declared a national natural disaster. On our show today, we're going to visit with an old friend of ours. She's not old, I am. And we've known each other for years. Her kids kind of hung out a little bit at one point. Heidi Levy, who is our queen of tea sandwiches, will be joining us today live from Louisville, Kentucky, bluegrass state. And while we're just here, I'm going to pour some tea because we are doing tea sandwiches today. And this is a beautiful teapot that my mother-in-law gave us. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to drizzle just a tiny bit of honey into it. I don't like it overly sweet. I'm drinking Earl Grey. We'll find out what Heidi is drinking as we let this cool just a bit. Let the honey get in there to the Earl Grey as Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner takes to the air. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to wait for Heidi and we'll toast with tea this time. If you're watching, we'd love to have your comments. We'd love to hear where you're from. And we're going to say hi right now to Heidi Levy, our queen of tea sandwiches. Yay!
Woo!
How are you? Woo!
Woo! Hello! Hello!
What kind of tea are you drinking?
I'm drinking oolong tea.
Okay, that's an Asian tea. All right. I don't know what you say in cheerio. It's high tea time, so it's cheerio.
That's right. Cheers, right.
Yes. Earl Grey has bergamot in it, which you can actually take as a supplement. And I just love the smell. I'm hoping to be able to drink some tea during our show today. We're going to do high tea sandwiches. And it is Harney and Sons tea. Yes, sir, Tom Martin. Yes. Tea for two and two for tea. Okay. We did a show with talking about tea and how to brew it a couple of years ago. Denise Anderson says, we love afternoon tea. I'm drinking some Earl Grey lavender. You know, I can't get into the lavender part. I don't know why. I can't do it. Heidi, you're a foodie, and you're such a foodie. One of your daughters became a chef, and that was Lissa. She was on a couple of weeks ago here on Mark Alyn Cooks. Have you always been interested in food?
Yes, and my mother was the baby of 9 children during the Depression, and my grandmother was a fantastic Victorian era cook. My mother, being the baby, never had to do anything, so my mother didn't learn to cook. So when we were all born in the 50s in my family, all my siblings, I think we would have starved if my father hadn't known a few dishes, because my mother is a terrible cook, was a terrible cook, bless her soul, but terrible cook. So I'm self-taught.
Your daughter is joining us, Lissa Levy. High tea sandwiches or Heidi sandwiches. I wish I had thought of that. Very good. Well, we're going to jump right in. High tea is served now pretty much all over the world. And it's one of my favorite things. You go in, you sit down, you're in an elegant surrounding. They give you little tiny itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot. We tried to do yellow polka dots, folks, couldn't do it. But you're still with us. Howard, you're funny. Thanks. and we've had tea at the Plaza, to name drop in New York City, and we've had it actually across the street at the Hotel Pierre, and we've had it here in Southern California. It's really a lot of fun. It can be. What?
London, we had it in London.
Oh, we had it in London. You're right. Well, Heidi tea was first created by Anna, the 7th Duchess of Bedford. She probably talked like that. Yeah, really couldn't understand. And in 1840, because she got hungry around 4 o'clock, and dinner wasn't served until after 8. So she needed something. They didn't have Snicker bars then. So we're going to start with something I think is typically British, and that would be a cucumber sandwich. Right? Heidi?
Right.
Direct, please.
Right.
You're up.
Okay. Well, I spent years cutting little discs of cucumber, and that was took too much time. So I have now refined that operation to having a long English cucumber, which I know that you have on your counter. Yes, there it is. Woo! And cut off each end so that you have a flat end. Good. Okay. And now take your vegetable peeler and peel, 2 or 3 of those. You're going to eliminate those. Don't do them all in the same place, because you're not going to use that.
You're right.
You're not going to use that.
You want to stripe it? Kind of like
No.
you want to take it all the way
stripe.
out.
I just want you to do several slices so that you have a nice clean surface of cucumber to then peel.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now, when I've sliced cucumbers for salads, I've left some of the peel on, and I've striped
Oh, it's beautiful that way.
Right?
Right. Well, you'll still have some of the peel left on, but that's not the critical piece of it. Because also peel with a cucumber sandwich can make the bite hard. You know, it's hard to get your teeth through sometimes.
Right.
Which is also why I switched to English cucumbers, because they're softer. Even softer are the Persian cucumbers, but they're too little for my purposes. I like the long ones. So, okay, so now you're going to cut.
We eat a lot of the Persians. We like the Persians a lot.
I love the Persian ones too. So now you're going to take your no.
No. All right.
Nope. You're going to take your peeler, and you're going to peel long slices of cucumber. Long slices, like what you just did with the peels, except long that you're going to put in your sandwiches.
Oh.
Long ones, yeah, like that. Long ones, yeah. Long pieces. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
And
okay.
Oh, okay. So I would say you're gonna make a single sandwich right now with 2 pieces of bread, right? So I would do probably 2 more, and then you should be done.
All right.
And what I like to do is drain them on a paper towel while I prepare the bread.
Got it. Carol, give me some paper towels. Okay.
Oh, Tom, you're very funny.
Oh, Tom is funny. Thank you, Tom.
It does have a peel.
All right, I move that, and so we're gonna drain this a little bit, dry it off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move my cucumber. And before the show started, I was trying to find our mandolin, and I was going to play the mandolin, but the mandolin is a primarily slicing tool. And what it does, it makes very thin, round slices, and that's what I thought you meant. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over so it's dry, and I'm going to take a piece of bread, and what's next, boss?
Okay, next you're going to take your whipped cream cheese, and you're going to do a little smear on the bread, just enough so that you're creating a barrier between the cucumber and the bread, because you don't want a soggy sandwich. You know,
Right.
as they say on a very famous English baking show, which I adore, we don't want a soggy bottom.
No. I think I have a sagging bottom, but that may be a different story.
Okay, yeah, and you don't need a lot because you're putting it on the second piece of bread also.
Ah,
So you don't need it super thick. You just need it as a little barrier,
like that. And then we'll
like
do it
that.
again
And then,
here.
yeah,
By the way, there
perfect.
is almost no cooking in our show today. Um, so you're spreading, you're mixing. Um,
Yeah,
and the
well, if
other
you
thing,
cook the egg,
oh,
if you cook the eggs for one of the other ones,
yes, that is true.
and chicken, and if you did the salmon that way, but I understand you're going to do a different kind of salmon. So,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so this could not be easier. So
No.
now you take your strips of cucumber and lay them gently on one piece of the bread.
Uh, like,
And if they're too long, fold them over. It's okay. Yep. If they're too long, fold them over. And you just want to
oh,
make
I
it.
see what's going to happen. Oh, this is brilliant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It only took me 25 years to figure out this would be an easier way to do it.
Okay.
And you can
This
do
will,
more. Do all the cucumber you have there. That it would be lovely.
okay.
Yeah.
I think, so we're,
So it
oh
looks like you
boy.
have like it looks like you have 3 or 4 layers of
Yes,
cucumber.
I
Put in the
do.
bread. Yeah. That should be plenty. That's plenty.
Okay. And
And then put
I'm
the
going to
other
guess
piece.
that we're going to smack this on top.
Oh, you're brilliant. Yep.
Do we
You're
salt
natural.
that? I thought we
Oh,
add a
yes, I
little.
beg your pardon. A smidge, like if you can see the crystals, just like, oh, maybe like 12
There it is.
crystals on top of that. I mean, just a smidge pinch, because you
Yeah,
don't want a lot.
we don't.
And do them up from up high. Do them up high. You'll have better dispersion of the salt. Yeah, just a smidge,
There.
because it's just to spark the flavor, not to be a salty
Right.
ingredient.
Okay. All right.
Now here's the English part.
Okay.
You need your serrated knife, and you're going to carefully cut off the crusts. And what I
Now you
usually
have to be
do,
careful because the bread is, we're using, I think this is an organic white bread.
lovely.
It, and it's soft, so you have to be really careful.
You do, really gentle, yeah. And what I did when my children were growing up is when I would take off the crusts, I would save them. I would chop them up into cubes later and fry them up for croutons for their salad later.
Oh,
Because they always thought croutons were such a big deal, big fancy restaurant deal. So we do it at home. They didn't know it was leftover crusts.
ah.
Okay,
Well,
next you take your serrated knife and you'll cut
okay.
that sandwich corner to corner, diagonal corner to diagonal corner to make 4 triangles.
Okay. Like this?
Yes, like that. Excellent. And then the other way also. You should line it up with the other sandwich though.
Oh, I didn't do
I'm only
that.
saying that because, yeah, well, that's all right. I'm Miss Picky Pants, so you don't have to be Miss Picky Pants with Miss Picky
Oops.
Pants on your show. It's okay.
All right, we have a serving plate here, and what I'm going to
Perfect.
do with these is I'm going to take these and I'm
But you're
going
going to put them. But did you do
yes.
the chopped parsley?
Oh, what do I do with that first?
Okay. Do you have the chopped parsley all ready
I
to go?
do.
Okay, perfect. Spread the longest side of the triangle with a little bit of the cream cheese.
I
And
put
then
it
you're going
away
to dip
already.
it. Oh, just a little smidge. And then you're going to
Like
dip.
here.
Yeah, yes, on the longest side of the triangle. Yes. Ah, okay. That's probably more than you need, but You know, it's
Okay.
probably starting to chill if I can. And then you dip that in the parsley. And then when you put that on the serving dish, you're going to, oh, that's a little much.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna put that on its, when you place it on the plate, you're gonna put it, the bottom of that sandwich is one of the unparselied sides. So the parsley will show. So you're gonna
All right.
stand up, you're gonna stand the sandwich up.
You mean like this?
I mean like that, yeah. Because you
Okay.
gotta have, that's the very English way to do it.
Okay.
And so you can do the other ones probably quickly. I would use just a smidge. Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
And the parsley could have been smaller. I usually use
Yeah.
very tiny parsley, but that's okay.
I had grown-up parsley.
Yeah, that's good. We sometimes grown-ups need more parsley.
Yes. Actually, one of the great smells in the world is chopping parsley,
Oh, I agree. I agree.
right? All right, I'm going to do one more of these. Now, if you're a vegan, you can still enjoy this by using a vegan cream cheese.
Right.
And we're going to have I'm building a whole plate of
Very
our
pretty.
sandwiches. Yeah, so it'll look real nice.
So the next one you're going to do is the egg salad. Is that right?
Yep. And I'll be right back. Let me just do this. Yeah, if I had known, I would have chopped that a little bit finer. And eating parsley is a good thing to do as well. Carol loves parsley.
I love parsley too. It's good for your breath after a meal. It's also good for your teeth. It's just a.
It's good for your digestion.
I was going to say, I had a college professor once who said parsley is the broom that sweeps the stomach clean.
Okay.
I
We're gonna-
remembered that, and I got an A in his class, so I suppose we're good.
Yes. Okay. All right. We now have a clean area. I'm going to use a small bowl, and I have 2 eggs that I hard boiled. There's the cooking.
Right?
Okay. And I'm going to put this in. Now, after every show, oh,
Sorry, I was trying to get Liz's comment.
got it. Okay.
Here we go.
Good save, Carol.
There we go.
Parsley's
Oh.
a good blood cleanser. Okay.
Why do I need my blood cleaned? Do I have dirty blood? So what I'm gonna do now is I've got some chopped hard-boiled egg, and I've got some mayo. I'm not going to use a lot of mayo. This also takes. There's some mustard here someplace, which is, I think that was optional, but I love mustard. So, how does that look, Heidi?
Looks good.
Okay. And then we're just going to mix that in. Carol, can you get me the Dijon mustard, please? Every week I forget something. Great, thank you very much. I prefer, believe it or not, Trader Joe's. Oh, yes. Trader Joe's Dijon, because it's actually made in Dijon, France, rather than Oxnard for Grey Poupon. I don't know if I don't know if it's made, Grey Poupon is made in Oxnard, but you understand my joke. All right. I'm gonna take, how about that much mustard?
Well, that would be too much in my book, but I usually use dry powdered. So, but what it's to taste. All of this is really to
Right,
taste, and how easy they are because most of these ingredients everybody has around their house.
right. And if you don't, they're just, you know, not long ago, well, when I was, I had almost grown up, I cooked for myself quite a bit. Okay, what's next?
Did you add the little minced celery?
No, I've got to do that. Let's do that. And we have some freshly minced, and I probably have too much, so I won't use it all.
Yes, you just need a little bit of for the crunch, because egg salad can be boring, and I do like a little mustard. And I do like the minced celery in it. It adds a little, it elevates it above just a
Got
plain
it.
old egg, I think.
Right. And what's the next ingredient?
So, well, the next thing is you're going to butter the bread lightly.
Okay, hold on. I needed a cup of tea.
Oh, all right, I will join you.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to take these away. I'm going to move this. I'm going to put, how many, just one or two?
Two.
Two.
Two pieces
Now-
of bread. You're going to butter it with the cream
Okay.
cheese. And just a little bit because you're really just trying to prevent the saggy bottom.
All right. We've had the butter out. It's soft. Not as soft as I thought it was. It just glopped.
Aha. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
I'm as thin as I can, Carol. Well,
I would say for our purposes, that's probably fine. Just do a little on the other and then, because I know
right.
you have two more to do. So
we do.
I'm watching the clock for you.
Somebody has to, because obviously I'm not.
And this is fun because you could construe this as little yellow polka dots.
Hey,
By the
yeah.
way. Interior yellow, but still,
Hey, as
there you
long
got
as
it.
it doesn't have fake yellow in it, right? Okay,
Oh gosh, no, yeah.
all those things. All right, so we have that. We have the egg salad. I'm going to put the butter down.
Okay, and that's
And
right.
then-
And spread. Yeah, and you're going to put a blob. Yeah, that's good.
I'm good at blobbing. Spreading, I'm not
Good,
so
and do
good
it-
at.
And do it all the way to the edges because we are going to cut this one with a cookie cutter. There you go. I love a good egg salad. I don't know why people kind of sometimes turn their nose up at it, but
Yeah, I
if you
do
have
too.
good, beautiful eggs, and oh my gosh, I love a good egg salad.
All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Do I put it on the other side too, or just top that?
Just top that. Don't put it on the other side. Oh yes, Lissa, that is a very
Lissa
good tip.
That's a very good idea, Lissa. Where were you 20 minutes ago? That's super. And I love the caricature of Lissa, but I think
Is
she's
that the-
prettier than that.
I do too. Is that called an avatar? I don't know.
Yes, that's an avatar. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Oh, we have more comments.
Oh, what are the others?
Oh, Josh says he loves a good egg salad too.
Ah,
Okay,
great.
so I'm gonna cover this now, right?
Yes, and then pat it down a little bit. Get kind of a little bit rough with it. Pat it down. Pat it down. Yep, yeah, that's good. In fact, you put you can put your palm on it and just go pat, pat, pat.
Pat, pat, pat. Okay.
Yes, good. Now we're going to cut it in two little circles. Two
I
circles.
gotta
You don't have
tell
to.
you, I can't
don't
wait for
have to-
dinner.
Wait, two little circles.
You don't have to cut
Oh.
the crusts off because you're going to just cut this with a round cookie cutter.
Oh.
There you go.
All right, we're
And
going to
do
try
one,
this. Just
yeah,
push
do
down.
one up in the corner, perfect. And then you'll have space for the other one. And this is why you can pat it down because you want it to stay together as you do that. And it did. Ta-da!
All right, this one I'll do better because I'll push harder.
Okay. Good. Okay. But there's your little yellow polka dot.
Hey, yes.
And save the scraps because someone will eat those. Goodness.
Carol.
I don't. In fact, truth be told, I usually don't end up eating the tea sandwiches I make because I eat all the scraps along the way.
Well, I'm nibbling. I got to tell
I
you.
mean,
Oh, that's good.
oh yeah, I've made
All
these
right.
for. I've made different tea sandwiches for a lot of parties. A lot of
I'm
parties.
going to put this on our serving plate.
Perfect. And if you have time, although we probably don't, you could roll that one in a little dill.
Oh, we could have sprinkled that into the egg salad itself, too.
We absolutely, and I think we may have forgotten to do that. But anyway,
Yes.
you don't have to do it, but just make it very fancy and very pretty.
Okay. Our next one is chicken salad,
Chicken, yeah.
right? So let me get
Yes,
our chicken out.
And this is a cool sandwich because you can always use the leftover chicken. If you roasted chicken, you can use all the little pieces because you're going to chop it fine. Or you can go get a rotisserie chicken. Or some people buy from time to time the prepared chicken slices in the fridge case or the deli case.
Right.
And so it's just a real easy thing. You don't have to make a whole chicken. If I
Well,
make
what
this
I
from
did-
scratch and I bring it a lot,
What I
Oh,
did
go ahead.
to cheat just a bit was Trader Joe's carries something called Just Chicken. And they had several different kinds. The one that I got was roasted chicken breast. I do prefer a thigh, but for chicken salad, most people use the breast. And so I chopped it fairly finely and to make it almost like the size of tuna fish.
yes, because otherwise it's too hard with a little sandwich if it's too big.
Right. And I
And
think that'll be good.
if I'm gonna poach, yeah, if I'm gonna do it for a big crowd, like a big party, I'll poach a whole chicken and I'll use the recipe that Martha Stewart puts out. She has a really good poached chicken recipe. For chicken stock, though, I use Ina Gartner's,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Got it.
the Barefoot Kentussa. Anyway,
I'm going to
that's a
taste
lot of
the
years.
chicken. It's a little dry. Trader Joe's wants to know if we're looking for sponsors. Yes, Trader Joe's. And Martha Stewart, too. Martha and Mark. It has a ring. It does. It has a ring. All right. I need the mayo back, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And the celery. Do I use celery in this? I forgot.
Yes, use a little bit of celery,
Okay.
and then also, of course, well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. So give me a second. I'm going to get another spoon. We're very casual here at the Mark Alyn kitchen. And I'm just mixing in the mayo right now. I think, yeah, I'm going to add just a little bit more. Now, do we put mustard in this one or not?
No, it's optional, but I like to add a little bit of curry powder.
Got it. I have that standing by. I love curry. We've cooked. We've made tikka marsala, chicken tikka marsala.
Oh,
Some
yum.
organic curry powder,
Lovely.
and I'm going to sprinkle this in.
I usually use about half a teaspoon.
Oh,
And you'll need to add like a dash of salt and pepper too, but just a tiny dash of each because the curry powder really sort of charges everything up.
Okay. Our pepper grinder
And
works
then,
this week.
oh, perfect.
Yeah, because I actually put pepper in it. And
I usually add just a smidge of minced green onion, like scallions
yes, they are
or
here
sweet onion. You know,
someplace.
I often have a half a sweet onion in my fridge, so I'll just cut some little pieces off of that.
We love onion, so I'm going to put
But
a lot of onion in. Oh, and I didn't put
okay,
in the celery. Okay.
okay. And also, are you going to use grapes or are you going to use cranberries?
Cranberries. I got some sweetened cranberries this morning,
Perfect,
and
perfect.
throw them all
And you
in.
don't need a lot of them, but just
Now you said. Now
let's
you.
say 2 tablespoons of cranberries. Yeah, okay. Well, isn't that pretty? I just think that's the prettiest salad.
I do too.
And seriously, I mean, you got a little bit of this, a little bit of that left over, and you can make this beautiful chicken salad for a beautiful little English tea sandwich.
Yeah,
I mean, life is good. Life is good when you can do that.
absolutely. And this is not an expensive meal.
No,
I'm
no.
I'm nibbling the. I wanted to try the cranberries, and they are
Because
sweetened
isn't
because
that, yeah,
you can't eat them if they're
right.
not. All right, bread time.
And you're right. And Mark, I just double checked my recipe. We were supposed to put dill in the egg salad, but that's okay. It'll still be delish.
I do have dill, and I will add that when I eat it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So two pieces of bread again.
2 of that. Yep. And
Right.
now I find that for the chicken salad, you don't need to make the barrier. But
Right.
if you've added a lot of mayo, you may need to have the butter barrier. But I find that yours looks fine. I don't think you need the butter barrier.
Now there's enough
So just,
mayo there
yes.
to have it stick
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. So then do your blob thing. Excellent blob. Okay. And
What star? What
and then you do want to put
celebrity?
it.
What celebrity starred in the Blob? Scared?
Oh my gosh.
You're not supposed to play, but you're right.
Who is it?
Steve McQueen.
Oh. Oh.
Steve McQueen.
Oh, here's Denise Anderson saying she loves chicken curry salad sandwiches. Yum.
Oh,
We're
I'm sorry.
the,
Oh,
this program's gonna have a lot of fans then.
yes.
This
Okay.
segment. So do you spread it to the edge because this is one where
Yeah.
you are going to be cutting the. Okay. So you're going
All
to
right.
cut the crusts off. Yep. I don't know if am I running behind you or ahead
No,
of you?
you're
What?
doing great.
Okay. Okay.
It's
And
the
that's
reason we're running a little bit behind, Heidi, is simple. I'm not a very good spreader, and I screwed up one of the sandwiches earlier.
oh,
They're going to taste great, but
and
all right.
then this one just cut into 2 rectangles
Oh,
because
okay.
you want to have every sandwich have its own shape. Not a triangle, rectangle. Just cut
Oh,
it in
I
half.
goofed, guys. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
You're
Just recut it the long way. It's okay. You'll have, yeah, recut it the long way, and then it'll be a special double triangle sandwich.
oh, like this.
So that, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There you go. Look at that. It's like ribbons, like you cut ribbon there.
All right.
There you go.
All right. We have
And I would
one
put
more
that one on the
sandwich to
plate.
go.
That's right, and it'll be really fast. Put that one on the plate with the long side down on the plate.
Oh,
And see, then you make it easier for people to pick it up.
on one of them it'll work. On the other one it didn't.
Okay, well,
I'm
such
a
is
mess.
life,
I'm a mess. Okay.
If cooking was perfection, we'd be in a 5-star restaurant. So,
Okay. That's fine.
Oh,
Oh,
And the thing is, we can always eat our mistakes. Not a big deal, right?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Geometry
Yes.
fans will love this. No, and when I was a teacher, math was my weakest subject to teach. So I'm glad to hear we're having a little. I'm glad to hear geometry is winning the day.
They're still teaching that?
Geometry?
Yeah. I
You know,
didn't do
geometry is
so.
something,
Go ahead.
geometry is something we use every day in our lives. It's true.
You know,
I hate to say this. People say, "Oh, I'll never use this in my life." Well, geometry is something you use every day. We do. When they pack your bags at the market, they're
Right.
using geometry. Now called Tetris, but geometry.
okay, well, I could never be a bagger because I didn't do so well in geometry.
How'd you do with Tetris? Did you do Tetris?
With what?
Tetris, the computer game Tetris, where you drop the cubes and the different shapes into
I
the.
don't play
All right.
computer games. So I have one of my favorite things in the world to eat. And yes.
Ah, yes. Oh, woohoo!
So when I interviewed Julia Child, I asked her, I said, what do you prefer, airplane food or McDonald's? What do you think she said?
McDonald's,
Do you know why?
because it's actually freshly cooked.
No, it's consistency. You know it's going to be
Oh.
the same. You know it's going to be the same. Wish I had that tape. All right. This is smoked salmon. And
Yeah.
this is from Trader Joe's. I've got a 4-ounce package. It's wild caught. I think it was about $8 for 4 ounces. They had another package. I could eat all 4 ounces myself. I love this stuff. So what are we going to do with this, Heidi? And I put this
Well,
on a bagel, okay?
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, for a tea sandwich, it should be on a little square of bread, open faced. So if you have bread there,
Right?
pre-cut it. Yeah, pre-cut it to cut the crusts off and cut squares.
Carol is eating the cucumber leftovers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this bread is a little soft.
Oh, so you probably do want to put a smidge of butter on it.
I'm not sure it'll. Now, I understand. So what am I going to put on here? Butter or cream cheese?
You're gonna put well, we were gonna use poached salmon, but you chose lox instead. So
Right.
it could have the cream cheese on it. Sure, why not?
All right, let's do
But
that.
that wasn't the original plan. But you cut it in squares first, because whatever you do, you're not going to smear the cream cheese on. You're just going to put like a little dab on it.
I'll
So
just,
wait, she said cut the bread first.
So
Cut
cut
the-
the bread first into squares.
well, into how many squares?
4.
You're
4
talking
squares, so
tiny.
Yeah. These are supposed to be little, like almost an amuse-bouche kind of
Got it.
sandwich, because
We
it's
will-
so rich. It's such a rich sandwich. Whichever
Got it.
kind of salmon you put, it's a richer sandwich.
We did a
Okay,
poached
so-
salmon from Washington, D.C. last year. Here
Yum.
on, yeah, it was really good. And we poached it
So
in,
now
in
instead
a
of
cab.
smearing it, so now instead of smearing the cream cheese, what I would recommend is that you put the salmon on first.
Oh,
And to do that, put the salmon, cut the salmon in little ribbons, and then take some ribbons and kind of like
like
kind of have a
that?
mix of ribbons on the salad, yeah, and have like then kind of clump them on the bread so it stands up a little bit.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, you want a little height, you want a little interest.
Right.
So do that. And then when you put the cream cheese on, do you have like a little melon baller close by, or do you have a small little teaspoon?
Yeah, I've got a melon baller.
Okay, then take a melon baller, small size. Oh, before you do that though,
Yeah.
put a
Instead of
little
that,
bit.
I've got something else. What do you think?
I can't
There
see what
was
you have.
oh, here. Got it. Melon baller.
Perfect. That's
All
perfect.
right.
Okay. Before you put that, use that though. Did you have some, do you have a cut lemon?
I've got one right behind me to cut.
Okay, okay, perfect. So I'll let you finish the salmon pieces, and then after you've done that, then squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on that salmon. Just, like a few drops, just like maybe 6 drops of it just
Got
on
it.
there. It'll give it a little spark of flavor.
Okay. I've made this one salmon heavy because that's mine.
Okay, and now little bit of lemon juice, just a little, a
The
soup
lemon
salt
juice
of lemon.
before the sour, before the cream cheese?
Yes,
Got it.
and you'll
That,
see why when we get to the last ingredient. Okay.
Carol, this also calls for some capers. And I forgot those.
So yes,
Now,
just a
yes,
little bit. Yeah,
perfect. Thank you.
just a smidge.
Oh, does that smell good?
I bet. Yeah, and it'll cut the oiliness of the fish a little bit because this is a sandwich, not a bagel, not
Right.
a Sunday
Okay,
bagel,
I done that.
which of course
Which,
we all
by the way,
love.
we used a Meyer lemon.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
So it got a little touch of sweet
Yes, love that.
in there.
Okay, now the cream cheese.
Oh, here we go.
A little bit. Yeah, it'll be so pretty. Oh, look at that. Little
We could put
snowball of
dill
cream.
on this too.
Well, that's one of the ingredients. That's what I was going to say. So then comes the dill, and then the crowning glory is the capers. Now, if you had waited and put the lemon juice on the cream cheese, what
Right.
you'd find is that the dill and the capers might start to slide off, but you don't want that. You want them to be able to stick into the cream cheese. So,
Got it.
and another alternative for this sandwich, this particular one, is to toast the bread first, but I usually don't. I mean,
Yeah.
some
And
people would say you got to have it toasted, but I don't think so.
okay. I'm just going to move stuff away now, folks.
Okay. Oh, and
You
now
could-
the dill. Now the dill that we
Yes.
forgot before.
I've
Perfect.
got fresh dill.
Oh, that's a
Which-
cutting experience too. Yeah, yeah. And then and then when you put the capers on, then kind of do it sort of like you pat them in place so that they stick on the cream cheese,
Got it.
and it'll help the dill too. Now, is that a beautiful little tea sandwich or what?
Oh, it is. Now I love capers. I
Me
do.
too. I do.
I really do. A lot of people don't like them. I'm going to put 3 there. Whoop.
Yeah, 3 to 5 is good for that size of sandwich.
And they stick perfectly there in the.
Yeah, in
Ooh.
the cream cheese. Yeah.
Hey, look, Mom, I made some pretty stuff today.
You did. Look at that.
I'm so proud. These are really easy and they're fun to do. If you have kids at home,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
have grandkids, this is a perfect afternoon with them.
Yeah. And kids love to cut things with the cookie cutters, so you could do all of the sandwiches as cutters.
Lissa's coming over. Now, are you going to your mom's house, Lissa? Or are you coming to my house? I'm the one with the food and the tea, just so you know.
Yeah, but I can whip this up like nobody's business.
Lissa, you're in Chicago, your mom is in Kentucky, and I'm in beautiful Southern California, where it's
Oh,
supposed
no
to
fair.
rain through Sunday. Okay, let me
No
bring.
choice. No
I'm going
choice.
to put
She
this.
loves
I'm going to put
California.
this on our serving tray.
Beautiful.
Bring the serving tray over here.
Oh, look at that those pretty, pretty things. You did such a lovely job. Look at that.
Well, it's not bad. I'm pretty excited about it. And Heidi, you watched the show. You know that this is my favorite part of the show,
Yes.
getting to eat.
And you don't have to worry
Yes.
about burning your mouth.
And I don't have to worry about. Well, I have to heat the tea up. All right, let's try. We're going to start with this one right here. And this is the cucumber sandwich. It's so simple
Yeah.
and
I
elegant.
hope you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my favorite one when I go for tea. My favorite one.
Do they have? I know they have bourbon in Kentucky.
Oh man, do we have bourbon?
I drink it. You can send me some. And there's, but do they have tea, high tea in Kentucky?
Well, I invited my three daughters to a Victorian tea here in town, and everybody came into town to come to the tea, and it was a disappointment. So I have to figure out a nice way to say to them, you need to up your menu.
Well, or Heidi's Tea House,
I have
the new
dreamt of that.
chapter.
Yes.
And Jeff can be the maitre d'.
He could, and this is my $1 million idea, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm giving it away here on Mark's show.
Right.
I think the perfect way to do a tea house is make the menu like a sushi menu. And you say, I'll have 3 cucumber sandwiches. I'll have 2, so that you get to personalize your order. That's what I think is the perfect way. So
All
if I
right.
did a tea house, that's what I'd do.
I'm going to the next one.
Please do.
All right. This is, oh, you know what? This
Chicken?
is the egg salad.
Oh,
And someplace, oh, it's still here. I'm going to put it just on the top so I get a taste
yeah.
of the dill. We forgot to put the dill in. I'm going to blame Heidi because that's what I do. But it's always Carol's fault. It's Heidi. No, it was my
But
fault.
here's the thing. But Mark, let's be
Yes.
fair here. I let you hold the youngest human ever until you had your own.
Absolutely, you did.
That was a life-changing experience for you. I know. So
It was. We didn't have kids yet.
I know.
Thank you. Now I have
You're welcome.
kids.
And she
And
was
one of
so
them's a
sweet.
chef like Lissa.
I know. It must be in the water in LA.
It must be. All right, we're going to try the egg salad. Now, a little bit later on, along with the tea, I'm going to pour myself some sherry
Oh yes. Classic.
because if I had champagne, I'd drink that.
Yeah. And
But we
another
drank
way
it
to
all
egg
on
salad,
New
if you
Year's.
can, is I usually do. When I'm doing a fancy party, like for a shower, bridal shower, or something, I'll make the egg salad on a really long piece of bread and then roll it up and then
Right.
chill it and then slice it so it's pinwheels. And oh, is that pretty?
Ooh, mine are not as pretty as yours, I'm sure. This next one, which one was, oh, that was the cucumber,
next one's
sorry.
chicken.
We're gonna go to the
Yep.
chicken salad now. And the cranberries and everything, the onions.
Oh, that's a heavenly one.
Oh,
It's a good dinner. It's a good dinner. Having sandwiches, yeah, or a good tea.
oh, that's wonderful. What are you having for dinner tonight?
We're having baked potatoes with fixins, and including sautéed mushrooms, and
Excuse
I
me,
don't
I
remember.
have to interrupt you. Denise Anderson has always wanted to have a tea house, and so I think you guys should get together and invest. It could be Heidi and Denise's fun tea house.
Oh, H&D,
H&D.
or
It's perfect.
or D&A. I'm not
Or-
fussy. D&H or H&D. It's okay. Yeah. Tea house. Yeah.
Okay.
Although Heidi's house, it has a nice ring to it.
Oh,
but
Heidi's house. Heidi's
Heidi's
house
house,
with Denise. You know, something like
There
that.
you go.
All right, we have one more sandwich to try before we go away.
Okay.
And I love this one. This one is, there we go.
Oh, that's
this
so
is
elegant.
the smoked salmon.
Yeah.
And it's wild caught
You may have to
from
do,
Trader
yeah.
Joe's. All right.
And you may have to do that one as one bite in your
Yes.
mouth, the whole thing.
Now, that's a 2-bite sandwich. You know why it's a 2-bite sandwich?
Why?
That's why.
Because you're having the second one.
Heidi, thank you. Hey,
Here's to you, Mark.
here's to you. You know, we have known each other for a long time, and
40-something years. Yeah, 40
Yeah.
something, 40. Yeah, 43 years. 43 years. That's how long we've known each other.
wow. And I really appreciate this. This is fun. When you guys lived in, you were telling me, go ahead, tell your story that you told me about the hotel and about going out with me. You forgot already?
What? Which? What? I have lots of stories, Mark.
About me? No, I was a
we
restaurant
went to-
critic, and I brought Carol and Heidi and Jeff with us on a couple of outings, and we had
We loved it. Yeah.
we went to Barnaby's Hotel, which is no longer there in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We had a lovely time. It was a beautiful hotel. We had a fantastic meal. I mean, revelatory. It was so good.
No, it was.
Kind of Bavarian. Oh gosh, kind of a
Yeah.
Bavarian thing. Oh, it was delish. But then I got back. It was on a Friday night, and so we rushed down there in the traffic and everything. Got there, and we had all that. And then Jeff and I ended up leaving early the next day because I got such a migraine, and I felt so terrible. And then I found out later that it's very common for women who have a full-time job and kids, you know, a lot of things, to have that, if they're subject to migraines, to get a migraine at the end of the week because there's like a letdown. So anyway, I felt terrible that we sort of skulked out of there, but I just had, you know, I wanted to tear my eyes out, you know. Just
I did. Oh, excuse me. Be careful of burping. Listen, Heidi, thank you very much. Will you come back sometime?
Absolutely. I have lots of things we could do in half an hour.
All right. Well, or almost an hour. Listen, we're out of time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for
And I
having
hope
me.
you had. I thought you had. I hope you had fun.
I had fun. Thank you. I had
You're
lots
welcome.
of fun.
You know, maybe we should have you and Jeff cook with me, because Jeff cooks
That'd be
too.
fun.
He bakes.
Jeff
I know he
cooks.
bakes bread.
Yeah. Oh, he makes bagels now.
Oh my!
I have a husband who makes bagels. Does that make me special?
Jeff's Bagel House.
That's right.
Hold on, Heidi. Thank you. Hey, thank you
Kisses,
for
Carol.
watching. Next week, because next week, getting ready for the Super Bowl, we're going to make a trail mix, okay, with my buddy Sean Reynolds, and I'm looking forward to that. So we'll have a trail mix that we'll actually make. I think it's like a Czech mix. We'll find out more as we do it next week in about a half hour. You can make great amount of trail mix for your Super Bowl Sunday coming up in January. Have a great time, everybody. Enjoy the tea sandwiches. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.